Hello, Cleveland. And through the magic of the internet far beyond today, Cleverock has the supreme pleasure of being joined on Zoom by the lovely and talented Kassi Ashton. Kassi will be joining Parker McCollum at Blossom Music Center on Friday, July 24th. Northeast Ohio, we are in for a treat. Kassi, thank you so much for taking the time out to chat today.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to play the show.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a confession to make. Country music is not my first love. I'm a classic rock guy and alt rock
Yeah.
guy first and foremost. However, I have to say this nothing compares to a country music show. The vibe, the fans, the overall atmosphere. And I think one thing that really separates country shows from other genres, besides the excessive drinking and whatnot, but one thing that I really noticed is that so many more fans are in the venue and ready to go early, and especially by the time the support acts come on. So, how fun is it for you to be able to perform for such huge audiences on this tour?
The best thing about country music to me is the fans are our family. There's not really that thick and tall of a wall between us and our audience because we are talking about stories that apply to their life and culture and experiences that apply directly to something they've been through. There's not really like a fame pedestal that might be, there in other genres. And so I think that really translates to our concerts, which I'm happy that you notice. And we talk to people and try to make them feel like we're just in a living room together. And to do that with Parker on this big of a scale, we're talking thousands and thousands of people every night. That intimacy doesn't go away. Like it's amazing to be able to perform in these outdoor amphitheaters. We're enjoying the gorgeous nights of summer wherever we are.
Kathy, do you
Incredible.
approach a show? You mentioned that these shows are still intimate, despite, there be 15,000 plus people in a packed venue. But do you approach these shows any differently than say, if you're at a club?
Yes and no. I think if I was at a club and it was dark, you could actually be rowdier at a club because the lights are off. And there's just light on you and when I'm opening in an amphitheater, it's still daylight. So I have a chance to party, I have a chance to run around and be my crazy self, but also everyone can see me and they have just a tiny bit of inhibition still because it is still daylight where they're paying attention enough where if I wanted to do a ballad, I could. Whereas in a club, if everyone was, drinking and line dancing and acting crazy, I would not do a ballad.
Your personality really shines through in your music, and you come across as unapologetically authentic. What do you think it is about your songs that resonate so much with listeners and fans coming out to your shows?
Thank you. I think that who I present as on social media and in meet and greets and anything, it's all the same person. So the sort of like I say what everybody's thinking. I call everybody baby naturally. That when that translates over to my music, they're like, hey, we know this person. And I feel like hopefully when they see me live, it's the same person that they see on Instagram or on TikTok, or when they come to meet and greet and we get to hug and take pictures, that's the same person they thought I was and think I am. And that means a lot to me. And it's very important to me that that always stays that way because I am a human. I am a human. I'm not like a product. I'm not something that they're just spending their money on as an activity. I'm a human. They're a human. And I try to let that be, a line of commonality among everything that I do.
Recently watched a video of you performing. I believe it was from the Ryman when you were performing your song Bitches. And
Hmm.
as you noted when introducing the song, it's not suitable for radio. So
Yeah.
this song of yours, be one that didn't make it on the radio or for other reasons that you think deserves more attention than it's received?
I mean, yeah. Every song I took to radio that didn't go number one should have been number one, but I only have so many, so many things I can control. The best part about it though is like we're in an age through social media or streaming platforms where like fans get to pick. what they like, what they listen to. They don't just have the radio in the car or the radio in their kitchen. They can go play directly what they find on TikTok or they find on Instagram feed where you find the rhyming video or what their friends suggest for them to listen to on Apple. So it's kind of like, a two-sided thing. Yes, do I wish that I had number ones on radio? Yes, and I will always wish that I do, but at the same time, I'm appreciative that there's other avenues that bring fans to me that wouldn't necessarily listen to the radio.
Music genre, in my mind anyway, has really evolved to a more broad spectrum and crossed over into other genre qualities in, say, the last 20 years. So,
Yeah.
was there ever pressure for you, being labeled a country artist to fit into that mold, or are you just out there being you and doing your own thing?
I think there was a period in my career where, yes. So when I signed my record deal, I was like, I am country. That's how I grew up. That's what I mostly grew up listening to. I identify with that culture as far as like what I would prefer to go home to, what hobbies I have, la 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 la. And that's what I came in as. And then it happens to artists where like you get dwindled, right? The edges start getting pushed in, they start getting shaved off, especially when it's like time to make your radio debut and your aura and your brand, I guess, I hate that word, starts to get skinnier and smaller to fit into this box that you're trying to hit. And honestly, for me, that was a miserable place to be because I just felt like I was selling something that wasn't 100% what I believed in. I loved it, but it wasn't everything that I knew that I could showcase or give off. And then I luckily made it through and was able to start being my whole self again and not worrying about a little tiny box. And to me, everything that I do in all sides, they still apply to country music because it is real life stories, it is authenticity, it is welcoming everybody in and going, hey, you come back whenever you want, you're welcome here, just act right. We still have morals, we're still kind to people, we're doing all the stuff. And so, luckily, through the years and through social media and all the exposure, like I was talking about earlier, the box has widened. We're welcoming in and we're seeing fans are appreciating the edges.
Collaborated on tracks with Parker McCollum and, of course, Keith Urban as well. Is there any artist that's on your bucket list that you would like to record a song with?
Mm, Eric Church is like one of my like top of the mountain. He's like on my Mount Rushmore of country artists. Him and Sturgill Simpson, I think. If I could get on a song with either one of them, I might pass away in the studio first and they'd have to resuscitate me, but we could get it together
Side
at
of
the end.
music, what's something that fans would be surprised to learn is one of your hobbies or something that you're passionate about?
Hmm. I think a lot of people know this, but just if they're watching this video and they don't, I make all my clothes that I wear on stage, or at least 75% of them. So I love to sew, and it doesn't just apply to clothes, it's curtains, bedspreads, bags, anything for my house, pillows. And I also love to ride my motorcycle. I have a Harley Davidson Deluxe. I grew up on motorcycles. I love to shoot guns. That's not necessarily something I get to post on social media all the time. And I love to drink tea. So really, I'm just like kind of a grandma, to be honest. I'm a grandma in low-rise leather pants.
All right,
Yes.
I will let you go here in a minute, but what's coming up next for you? Do you have plans for the remainder of 2026 and 2027's creeping up? What are your goals and what are you looking forward to?
So, I just had a song come out last week, last Friday, called Bratmobile. After Bitches came Bratmobile, and then we'll be steadily releasing music for the rest of the year, leading up to an album next year, a big tour next year, a headlining tour. There's a bunch of stuff that hasn't been announced yet, so I can't like say all of it, but I'm mostly just excited to be knee deep in this new era because I think it's the most me thing that I've ever done, the most me thing I've ever created. It's so exciting to be here and to be like, I would die on this hill all day, every day. This is so authentic for me, and I'm having a great time. And I feel like my team and my fans are having a great time. So just keep diving into that world is my main objective.
Awesome. Well, we will end on that note. But Kassi, thank you so much for taking the time out today. Once more, everybody, Kassi Ashton will be at Blossom Music Center with Parker McCollum Friday, July 24th. You better be there. And if you're watching this afterward and you didn't go, shame on you for not
Shame
going.
on you.
Thanks again. We're looking forward to seeing you. Good luck at the show. Good luck with the rest of the tour. And hopefully we will talk to you sometime down the line.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll see you then.